All right, folks, I'm back, and look at that. We're going straight to this guy right here. I was fortunate enough to go to NOAA, the community center at NOAA, which is down around Beach Grove this Sunday afternoon. Becky Buller goes in there from time to time. And of course, we all know Beck, and she comes and visits with us, and she's an incredible talent who lives right over here in Manchester. And every now and then she'll go to NOAA and play an afternoon on a Sunday afternoon. And we usually go watch and see what happens. Well, we go in there this Sunday, and she has this guy in there with her. And this guy is a songwriter as well as Becky, and they had it all set up sort of like sitting in a living room, and the place was packed, and they talked about what it is to be a writer, how you do that, how things happen for you, and a little bit of your story. Of course, we all know Becky's story because she's internationally famous.
Yeah, she is.
I mean, she's the first woman to ever win an instrumentalist award in the Old Man's Club, which is bluegrass.
Yeah.
And the same year was had Song of the Year the same year.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said the other day, she's been involved in 3 Grammys and
Yep.
And probably 12 to 15 IBMA awards.
Mm-hmm. Been on the Opry, I think 5
all
times.
of it. She does it all. She's on the radio. She's teaching at East Tennessee State now as well. And here, all of a sudden, is Andrew McBride.
Yeah.
And she introduces you and told a little bit, excuse me, about your story about being a player, being a farmer, being a cowboy, going to California, trying to make it in the music business, finding a woman that you love, brought her back home, and here you are, on this TV station right here in Tullahoma.
Yeah.
And we just found out, he didn't know until Sunday, that you had won the regional round at South Jackson Performing Arts Center for the country music songwriter.
Yeah, the Tennessee Songwriter Week.
Songwriter Week. And you won the round here, so you will be going to the Franklin Theater.
That's right. Yeah.
When is that? This coming Sunday?
No, it'll be on the 26th, I believe. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. I just was looking it up last night. It is a Thursday evening at the Franklin Theater, and there are 7 showcasings. It's a statewide event, and they narrow it down to 7. And one of those venues is the Franklin Theater, which, as you know, is just beautiful, ornate, iconic venue in Franklin, Tennessee. And from these 7 events across the state, they will choose one from each, and then they're going to do a songwriter round at the Bluebird Cafe and have those 7 there and showcase what they have chosen as the songs that stood out.
Right.
So I was fortunate enough that here there's incredibly talented folks here in Tullahoma that came out and performed, and they end up choosing me to go forward, and I'm just so humbled and grateful, and I just feel blessed that a song that I wrote connected, and that they chose to send it for us. And the song that I did there is the same one that I'll play through and on at the Franklin Theater. And if you want to hear it,
so you use is that what you do once you take a song, and that's what you play at each of the venues?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Same song.
Same song. Yes. Yeah.
Well, if it's a winner once, why put something else in its place?
Yeah. Yeah. But who knows? I mean, we're in Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee is kind of known for music from, as you well know, from Memphis to Nashville to the beginnings of really all recorded music being the Bristol sessions out in Bristol, Tennessee and East Tennessee. And that's what kind of started it all, where you had the Carter family getting recorded, and then, the beginnings of the Grand Ole Opry all the way over to Elvis and all them boys, Johnny Cash and Memphis, Tennessee. So,
and then you can't pass up the third end of that triangle, which is New Orleans.
Well, the reason I said Tennessee was because this is a Tennessee statewide deal.
Sure.
And we are just full of wonderful songwriters and musicians.
Of course,
You're one of them.
Well, I don't know about that, but the music's here.
Yeah.
If you want it, you can find it. And it's kind of funny. I used to book bands, and around here, you can get a wedding done for $400 or $500.
Yeah.
You go take that same band and you take them down to Mobile, and they'll get $2,500 for that same wedding. And reason being is there ain't a whole lot of players in Mobile.
Yeah.
There's players everywhere in Tennessee starving to death. They'll play a gig for anything.
Yeah.
Can I have a hot dog and a cold beer? I'll play.
Yeah, they come from all
tip jar.
Oh yeah, tip jar at a wedding. That might be a song.
Yeah, tip jar at the wedding. Well, I'll wait till after you play and sing for my next statement. So what was the song that you played?
So the song that I played was a song that I wrote called Jackknifin, and it's a one that I picked to do because we've had so much of this weather just all across the country with all these snowstorms and all that's going on with that. And I just was really thinking about that this week doing it. What song do I have that might connect with what's going on with folks, right now that, folks at the time, and I hope that they're getting power and all, but we're, that's a long time in Nashville to go without power.
They still have some without it.
Yeah, so it's a song about a snowstorm, and it's a truck driving song. And I could tell you a little bit about it. It was I was working with a guy one time, and I was kind of complaining. I was a young man when I wrote this. I was about 22, and older fella. I said, this job, I think I'd rather just go drive a truck. I said, it sounds more fun than doing this. And he said, no, you don't. I said, I think I do. He said, no. He said, you think you do until you're driving up past Denver and past a UPS truck that's chaining his tires, and you are naive and get up to the top of that mountain, and then you start jackknifing, sliding sideways, and you ain't slept in 2 days. And you're slapping your face to stay awake while you're sliding down the mountainside. And he had been a truck driver,
right?
So he wasn't anymore after that. And so I got home that day, and I thought, man, that really stuck with me. I thought that sounded like it ought to be a song. It just the way that it flowed.
An award-winning song.
Hey, maybe so far we made it out of Tullahoma.
Well, let's hear that, Jack.
You want to hear that one?
Okay. Right. If it's not so cold, you can't stay in tune.
Well, y'all forgive me if it gets out of tune. We'll do our best here. Trailers jackknifing down the interstate. Biggest snowstorm since '88. Slapping my face just to stay awake. Haven't slept in 48 hours. All the way up the mountain, I was mile marker counting. Saw a trucker chain his tires, but I drove around him. Now I'm sliding down sideways, my heart pounding. But I had to be a rambler, had to ride out on my own. I had to be a cowboy and get so far from my home. I was gonna call Mama in St. Louis. I still don't know why I put her through this. Well, she can't understand why I drive a big rig, but I had to prove to Dad I ain't still a kid. And I can see him now on the farm with the cows, and Mama in her chair, a Bible in her lap, feeding my dog with the table scraps. But I had to be a rambler, had to ride out on my own. I had to be a cowboy and get so far from my home. Trailers jackknifing down the interstate. It's the biggest snowstorm since '88. I'm slapping my face just to stay awake. Haven't slept in 48 hours. Haven't slept in 48 hours. Haven't slept.
Hadn't slept in 48 hours. Slapping my face going down the interstate. I've done that.
Yeah.
On a day where it's colder in the studio, you'd be driving out to have your head stuck out the window, trying to stay awake, making that next call.
Yeah.
So, great song.
Thank you.
I like that song. Now I'm going to ask the question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever sung "Old Long Dark Train"?
Yeah, I think I you talking about the
Josh
Josh
Turner.
Turner
Yeah,
song. Hmm.
your
Yeah.
voice reminds me a lot of
Oh
him.
wow, that's a mighty fine compliment.
Well,
Thank you. Thank
it's as good as his, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I've just always wanted to be a songwriter, and anytime I get a compliment for singing, I'm just
That
humbled. So
your voice is impressive.
thank you, thank you.
That was the
Appreciate it.
first thing when you started Sunday. That's the first thing that got me. It wasn't a play and it wasn't a song. It was your voice.
Oh wow, well thank you. Yeah,
And then I started listening to what you were saying.
yeah.
But the first thing when I heard your voice, that just captivated me.
I really
So,
appreciate you saying that. Thank
well,
you,
it
John.
wasn't. And one thing, one thing I told Andrew the other day is you're real. You know what you're doing is not a put on. What you're writing is real. Your emotion is real, and your voice is not. You're not changing it to be like somebody. It's what you've got. It's a God gift. It's a God gift.
Yeah.
It's not something you manufacture. It's either there, it's not there.
Hmm.
And you can practice and do all you want to try to. You hear people try to sound like other people
Hmm.
because that other person might be successful.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to be. I mean, why do you need another Garth Brooks? You got one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not what's there that the people the listener is listening for something new
Hmm.
and special, telling the stories that are old and important.
Mm.
And you've got that. To me, you've got that.
Well,
And
thank you.
I appreciate what you're doing.
That's
But
very
the
kind.
thing about appreciate most is you keep it, you're real, you're staying real to yourself.
Yeah.
And you can't do this and be somebody else and be successful. You got to be you.
Yeah.
And you're doing that. And I appreciate that in you and of you.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
That's sort of
Well,
way I feel about it.
It means a lot coming from you.
Well, I don't
You,
know who I am to tell you other
yeah.
than I'm one of those millions of people who are missing real country music,
Yeah. Yeah.
who can't get it delivered to them like we had for years and years and years. The storytellers are not telling the stories like they used to. It's something else completely different, but it ain't country to me.
Yeah. I like all kinds of music, but I didn't know there was anything other than country music or music in church that I would hear as a kid, until I was old enough that my mom ran into the store and left me in the car. I'd flip the stations. What is all this other stuff out here? I just loved it all. And then eventually I got a guitar and wanted to learn, and realized pretty quickly I couldn't learn other people's songs. I don't know if I didn't have the attention span, or if I just didn't have the patience, or what it was, but I'd get a chord or two trying to learn somebody else's song and take those chords and just make my own up, because it was easier to do
Sure.
that. And I didn't realize, then when I was, 13 years old or whatever, that was going to be something that, would get a compliment, like you said, because being myself is because I couldn't do what the other people were doing, because I just didn't have the
The
time.
patience to
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
easier for me to just
be
write
you.
my, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's where the stars come from. They drop right out of the sky, right in front of you, right in front of me. The other day at NOAA,
Oh,
one of those stars dropped out of the sky right in my lap, and here he sits right here. Now, how wonderful is that? Huh?
Well, I'm excited to get to write with you. I'm hoping we can do that.
Well, we'll find something to write about. Shoot,
Yeah.
I got writing stuff.
Yeah, I've got one that I would love to write with you. Heck, I don't know how long you got on this, but we can talk about it. Yeah, we'll save something.
We'll talk about that here after a while.
Let's do that.
We ain't gonna talk about it here.
All right.
There's too many thieves out there, But I told you that really doesn't bother me. People ask me, because I don't put my stuff out there greatly, but they say, well, aren't you worried somebody's going to steal it? And I say, well, if it's good enough for them to steal, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Then if they want to go to court about it,
Yeah.
I'll match lunch bags with Hardee's or an old paper sack from a grocery store with lyrics written on it.
Oh yeah.
That I've got in my filing cabinet. And then plus now, when you send something to somebody, basically over the internet, I mean,
You get a timestamp.
you've got a timestamp
Yeah.
on it, and that's all you care about. But if they want to steal it, well, let them steal it.
Well, the way I look at it is, there's an old, like I said, I listen to all kind of music. There's an old Grateful Dead song where it's called Ripple. I don't know if you ever listened. That's one of their more popular ones. And he says in that song, let there be songs to fill the air. So I just feel like if it was a good enough song to steal and it gets out there, when I'm dead and gone, it's not going to matter that I wrote it. Nobody's going to care. I'd rather a song be out there. I think about music like medicine. That's how I think about it. I'm sure you probably do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it has a way to heal you when you're, it can fit so many areas of your life, so many, milestones and things like that. And, you ever get down or something, you can find the right song that'll lift you back up, and give you hope and that sort of thing. And so if the kind of songs I write, if they were ever to get out, that would just be a blessing.
Yeah,
I feel
for
like,
sure.
yeah,
for sure. So you want to do another one?
Oh, I certainly could. What would
I
you do?
want to hear some more of that voice.
All right. Well,
Get down deep and low, baby. Get down deep and low.
I'm on capo for this one here, Mr. John. We'll see.
Don't bring him up too high now.
It is a little cold.
What's the name of this one?
This one's called The Farm, and I wrote this one when I first moved away to college. So I'd probably been about 18 years old, I would say. First year away from home. And I grew up on a little farm. And
were you glad to get away?
I was. I thought
at 18.
My whole life I thought that I just needed to get out. Like the last one said, had to be a rambler, had to ride out on my own. I don't know why, but maybe it's part of being that one of the last generations where your folks would just let you play outside, go on through the woods, do whatever you wanted, just be home by dark.
Yeah.
So I wasn't scared to go. I was excited to go.
Yeah. There you go. It's cold in this room. My fingers stuck to the strings. I can't get a word to come out the same. There, you got it now.
That'll work. That's close enough, I think.
Get on going.
Yeah.
Andrew McBride, ladies and gentlemen. You heard him first, right here.
I got a handful of bills I don't want to see. Man talking on a TV says more rain is coming my way. I got a record machine still spinning them right. I love to hear it on a rainy night. Those songs seem to always take me home. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, the prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, the Tennessee River come rolling by. Tried to make $1 on the country dirt, but the crops dried up and we lost the herd, and hard times seem to come in pairs. I got a job working in a town, I must have lost my mind. I sold the ground my great-granddaddy bought for $1 an acre. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes the cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, the prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, the Tennessee River come rolling by. As I hear the rain falling down tonight, and the record machine keeps spinning right, but the farm boy in me starts singing in my soul. Back on the farm under southern skies, fields full of cotton in perfect lines. Sometimes cows got in the road. Back on the farm where the old barn leans, prettiest girl you ever seen lived across the creek, just down the road. And when I close my eyes, Tennessee River come rolling by.
Thank you.
Tennessee River Company.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Son, you put it all in there, didn't you? We need to wrap this part up. We don't want to, but I guarantee you, this young man right here, you'll see and hear more about him. I guarantee you'll see and hear more about him right here. But out there, he's waiting on the big one. Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Y'all come out to the Franklin Theater and you'll hear some of that. I think I've got to have 2 songs just in case. So those are going to be the 2 that I'm going to do, and y'all heard them here before anywhere else.
There you go. Hey, what can I say? This guy right here, met him the other day, called me up and said, we got to do something.
Yeah. Well,
I said, well, I'm your man.
Yes, sir. I heard you writing.
I am your man. So just getting you here is a wonderful thing. Through the years, we brought a lot of people. There've been a lot of people sitting in that seat. Dustin Lynch, Hunter Girl.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of them been in here. I can't right now. I just can't think. Of course, Becky, and it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yeah. What an honor to sit here then. Wow.
Yeah. You fill the seat well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As well as anybody sat in it. So
Appreciate that.
You did well for yourself, and that voice is just incredible.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's go right ahead.
Let's do it. I'd love to.
That's what we'll do. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank y'all.
We'll be back after these messages.